Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Welcome back all my lovely regular viewers, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So today's video is kind of a mixture of a few different brands and some loose glitters. So I'm using Not Polish and Glitterbels. So the set that I'm doing today, it's not really any themed, you know, it's not winter or Valentine's. I've just done one with a little bit of colour. But do you ever get to the point where, you know, there's some sets that from the very start of them, it just doesn't go right, and you sort of go, oh my goodness, I think I've lost my mojo with this set. I was having such a hard time struggling with this set, and you know, when you think about it, it is quite easy, but oh, I don't know, my mojo definitely left me whenever I was doing this set. So the hand I'm using today is from Hand Dolly. I will pop the link in the description box below. The base tips, which are the sort of like the nail bed colour tips, they're from Glitter Planet UK, and it's their flexi hand tips. And the long coffin tips are Glitterbels' new extreme length coffin tips. I've cut them down ever so slightly though, just to have the nails just a little bit shorter. So I'm going in with Mercury, which is this gorgeous silvery white pre-mixed glitter from Glitterbels, and I'm just going to take some glass slippers and some of that loose glitter that I have, and I'm going to blend that up from the free edge into that Mercury. Moving on now to the ring finger, and I'm going in with Porcelain, which is this really pale pink from Glitterbels. It's almost like an off-white / pink. So this is going to be a full coverage over the ring finger, and then I'm going to go in with some of that smoked purple from Not Polish and do almost like a marbly smoked effect on it. So in now with this smoked purple from Not Polish, and I've saturated my brush with monomer and just dipped the very tip of my brush into that, because I just want to pick up the smallest amount. It's almost like I'm doing like a watercolor, you know, it's really faint, almost like when you're doing the veins if you're doing a marble. So that's how thin and wet I'm working with this one. So I've kind of done like the first layer of that, and I'm going to go in now, and in certain areas I'm going to strengthen that colour. So moving on now to the middle finger, and I'm going in with the porcelain on the bottom of this one. So this is the finger that kind of I think everything just went downhill from here. I just do not know what is happening with this set or with me today, but yeah, it kind of goes downhill from here. So what I plan to do on this nail is like a three color ombre. So I'm going in with the porcelain, then I'll go in with petal candy, and then lastly I'll go in with the purple from Not Polish. So in with the petal candy, so I'm putting on a small bead and I'm just spreading that over the porcelain just to create my ombre, and then I'm going to go in with the second bead and just blend it into that first bead of petal candy, and again blend it on down into that porcelain. So because I'm doing an ombre, I prefer to let the colours cure before I go on with the next one. So I'm going to move on to the pointer finger, and again I'm going to go in with the porcelain, and it's going to be a full coverage of that. And then I'll go ahead, I'll apply some of the loose glitter, and then I'll also go in with some of the smoked purple and do like a wash, like a colour wash over it. Okay, so to pick up the loose glitter, what I'm doing is I'm picking up a bead of the glass slippers, which is the clear from Glitterbels, and then I'm dipping it directly into the pot of glitter and then transferring it onto the nail. So I'm not going to do a full coverage of this glitter, I'm just going to put it in patches just over this nail. Back to the middle finger now and to this ombre, and as you can see it's going downhill from here. It's just not ombre in the way that I wanted it to ombre. So always if there's something that hasn't gone your way, you either cover it over with some glitter or you cover it over with some rhinestones, and in this stage I'm going to cover it over with glitter. Back to the pointer finger now, and I'm going in with the smoked purple from Not Polish. Again, I've saturated my brush with monomer and I'm picking up just a very small amount and just spreading it all over the nail just to give it this like colour wash look. Then I'll go in with some more of the glitter from Glitterbels, the Mercury, and I'll put that over the loose glitter that I've already applied to that nail. Back to the middle finger, and now to hide that dodgy ombre that I was doing. So again, I'm going in with the loose glitter and I'm just going to blend that up into the smoked purple. onto the thumb, and whenever I'm doing the thumb on my sets, I usually do the little finger and the thumb the same. So I'm getting in with the Mercury, and then I'll go back in at the bottom of the free edge and I'll blend that loose glitter up into the Mercury. So back now to the ring finger, and I'm getting in with these little 4-point stars, and I'm just going to place a few of them on that finger. So because the acrylic is already dried, I'm picking up a very small bead of the glass slippers, and then I'm placing the star on top of that, and then that way when I go to cap the nails, they're not going to move. So on the pointer finger, I'm going in with some of this silver leaf, and I'm just breaking it up into tiny pieces. I'm not going to apply anything to any acrylic or anything to make this stick. I'm just wetting my brush with some monomer and then just lifting up the pieces of the silver leaf and placing them on my nail. So the good thing about this gold leaf or silver leaf when you're using it, it normally goes really flat on the nail, so you can sometimes put it on underneath just a top coat, but I'm going to cap over the nail with glass slippers. So now that I've got all the acrylic on the nails, I'm going to go ahead and cap them all in the glass slippers. So just to keep the length of the video down for you guys, I'm only going to show this nail being capped. And again, I'm not going to show the filing in this video because I am going to do some 3D artwork on this hand as well. So now that all the filing and shaping has been done, I'm just going ahead and I'm wiping them over with some alcohol to remove any dust and debris. And now we have top coat time. So because we've got glitter on this set, we should start to see the glitter come to life as soon as the top coat touches it. Especially this Mercury, it is so gorgeous. I love this one. So now that I've cured the top coat, I'm going to go in and add a rhinestone to the middle finger. So I'm just going to place this rhinestone using the CJP gripper glue right in the centre of that smoked purple. Then I'm going to use a brush on activator to make sure that that glue is completely set, because I am going to go in and do some 3D acrylic artwork around it, and I don't want the acrylic to set as soon as it touches the nail. So I want to make sure that everything is completely cured before I go in with the acrylic. So I'm using my Brillbird Acryl art brush. Yes, they say it's a really, really weird name. And I'm just picking up quite a large wet bead and I'm placing it on the nail, and then I'm guiding it with just the very tip of that brush into almost like a leaf shape. So just the same as the last one we put on, I'm doing it just on the opposite end though. Then I'm going to go in with 4 small beads and just create a couple of little petals just to go in the inside of those 2 leaves. So to do these little petals, I'm picking up a round bead of acrylic. I'm draining out all the excess from my brush and then I'm placing it on the nail. So I wanted to kind of start to mattify before I go ahead and place it on the nail. So you can see that once I place that one on the nail, I continue to then fix the first one, and I'll do the same here with this one. You can see I've placed the bead on and then I'll go back and fix the last one. So I'm just going to pop this one into shape and then I'll pick up my other bead and then I'll go back in and fix that one while I'm waiting on the last bead to start to cure. So moving back to the little finger now, and this is going to be a flower. So I've just placed a bead of acrylic on the nails and I've cut it into almost like a C shape, and then I'm using the belly of my brush just to press it down to imitate a leaf or a petal. And I'll just continue to do that. So with the second bead, you can see I'm cutting it in 2 and just making that little C shape. Then I'm taking all the excess liquid out of my brush before I start to press it into place. So I'll continue to do that until I get into the center of the flower, and I'll come back whenever we're there. So now that I've got the flower done, I'm going to go in and just add some leaves. So again, this is where I think my mojo was just completely off, because for some reason these leaves were just not playing with me tonight. So I just wasn't happy with this one, so I ended up taking it off and then just reapplying it. So, you know, if you're doing these and you don't think that they're going to, you know, turn out the way you wanted them while it's still curing, take it off and start again. That's the beauty of acrylic, that you can just take it off before it cures and start again. Just to add a little bit more colour to this nail, I'm just going in with very, very small dots of that acrylic, and then I'm going to show you how I would do like a two-tone flower the easy way, instead of picking up two different coloured beads. This is like the cheat way to do it. So I just wanted to add a little bit of colour to this flower, so it's almost like I'm colour washing again with that smoked purple. So my brush is saturated with monomer, and I'm picking up a really, really small bead, and just at the bottom of those little petals, I'm just adding that little bit of colour just to give it a wee bit of a pop. So just to give the leaves a little bit of green colour, I'm doing the same with some green acrylic and just colour washing it over those leaves. So here is the finished set, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. My mojo was a little bit off, but I will be back with another Valentine's video, and I will see you soon. So take care. See you soon. Bye.